Hi Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your Winter Solstice 2022 reading for you. And if you're in the Southern Hemisphere, this will be your Summer Solstice 2022 reading. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, they will all be listed in the description box below. Now, before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. This cleanse and meditation will be accompanied by a loud sound. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds, letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. Let us ask God, Source Spirit, however you see the divine, the universe, to bless us, to move us forward in healing, loving light, letting all that is hurtful and hateful be repelled from us. So let's see what energy we need to be mindful of during this time. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Ooh. It's this one. And this one. Okay. Interesting. Are you walking away from what you love? Or further from someone that is very important to you, Virgo? Interesting. So it's going forward is two things, okay? You're walking away from something, but it's like you've walked away from it a little bit too quickly. So just be aware of that. If you're walking away from an abusive relationship or, something that's really negative to you, that's not what this is talking about. I know that's going to be the first thing that you go to because Spirit's saying, tell them that they did not make the wrong decision in walking away from something that was stripping them of themselves. But there is something here that you're willing to turn your back on, and Spirit's saying it's not done yet. There is someone here, now this could be a water sign energy, a Pisces, a Scorpio, Scorpio, a Cancer, that you're willing to walk away from. It's just a little bit too early. All right. There is also sense here of there's emotional manipulation coming into play, and that needs to be acknowledged. Now, it can be that somebody's having you walk away from something, telling you how horrible it is. They keep on telling you, oh my gosh, it's so horrible. Oh my gosh, it's so horrible. Oh my gosh, it's so horrible, until you believe it because they're saying it so much. So just be aware of this, that they could be having you want to walk away from your job because they want it, your boyfriend because they want it, that type of stuff. You don't want to live in that house because I want to live in that house. It's something based off of jealousy because they kind of just want to see it fall apart. But there's also a sense here of there's somebody that you really love that's trying to connect with you from the spirit world. They're like tapping your shoulder. You keep on walking away from their dreams, the dreams that they send you, the messages that they send you. So just pay attention to that. That's going to be really, really, really super important. Okay? Let's see what Spirit wants you to be aware of. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Gratitude. Yeah. A place of thankfulness, of thanksgiving, a place of gratitude for the earth that we're on, the life that we live, just gratitude for our bodies, for ourselves. That's going to be very important here. Let's see what the tarot has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Okay. The world is open to us on this winter solstice. So there is a sense of the world opening. We're becoming students of our passions and what we desire and what we want. We're more willing during this time to check things out. Now, the winter solstice is the longest night of the year. The sun stands still for just a moment and the moon comes forward, and it's a beautiful time. It's a time of stillness. It's a time of connection. We will see, because we're moving into Capricorn time frame, which is right here. We have the devil come forward. So that's Capricorn time frame, and it's a conglomeration. The devil is a coming together of all the chaos gods, all the nature gods, right? So with that, I love it how this little kitten is wearing this mask of a human with horns. We want to control nature. We do. You know, I think of the devil, like I think of the gardens in Versailles. The chaos gods are needing to be controlled. And so everything must be in order. And yet we're rebelling against that order. Now, there's also a need whenever the devil shows up to say, okay, be mindful of our addictions, be mindful of our negative tendencies, be mindful of this, because they can pull us back, especially during a winter solstice where we're way more, self-reflective, okay? And we're going to be very reflective on the past because the moon is opposite Mars in retrograde in Gemini. And this makes us very introspective. It makes us want to deal with the past more, so we can get pulled into things a bit more intensely. And we could be wondering why hurts from the past are just knocking on our shoulders, saying to us, hey, you have to relive this trauma. You have to relive this pain. And then we want to escape it. So just take note of that, because it's not going to be something we do consciously. It is going to be something we do subconsciously. And I don't know if I said that Capricorn time frame is about career and success and ambition and tradition and life purpose, but that's coming forward here. We're a student of all of that. We're really saying, how do I want to move forward? And it doesn't matter if we have a career that we're establishing or we have a job that we really like. What we're looking at here is, how do I move forward for me? Where is it that I want to be? What is it that I desire? Because Mars and Venus are already in Capricorn, we will face many roadblocks straight on. We will look at things and say, what is holding me back? Where do I want to be? What do I desire? And then we're just going to plow through things. We want the world to open to us. But as we want the world to open to us, what we have to remember is that not everybody's going to be a jet setter. Not everybody's going to go here and there and do all the things all the time. We have to look at our world, what we love, what we want, what we desire for ourselves, and call that power in. Call the blessing of ourselves in. Because we're looking at our dreams. And I'm just seeing here, Virgo, that some of us have walked away from what we really dream of, what we really want, because people have left. It might not be big enough. It might not be grand enough. Or it might be too big and too grand. And it doesn't mean that we're going to live in one of those, stately palaces that have roofs that go on for miles. Because really, who would want to? But there is a sense of, I get to follow my dream and what I desire. And if we do want to live in a stately palace with huge roofs, we can actually find ways to make that happen. There's power in thinking outside of the box. And there's power in not being confined. In that childlike mentality of, I can be anything. I can do anything. I can move forward any way that I want to. We have to deal with our own demons. The winter solstice is not only a time of rest and reflection, but it is a time where we're called to think of our shadow selves, of the part of us that we lock away and say, oh no, this is not proper, this is not nice, I can't have this part of me come forward. But what if we look at our shadow selves, the uncivilized part of ourselves, and say, there's power in you. If I can learn how to harness this, I can be unstoppable. We're also looking at our goals for 2023 and the things that make us uncomfortable. We're looking at, what do we want to accomplish? Where do we want to be? What are we mad at ourselves about for 2022? What are we changing? Where do we desire to stand in our lives? The world is opening to us. We get to decide what that world looks like. And we're not going to be held back by other people's dreams for us, or negativity, or hurts, or pains. It is time that we embrace our dreams. It's time that we take them out of the closet, because a lot of what we desire has been locked away. Our subconscious energy here is the Ace of Cups. God, Source, Spirit, however you see the divine, the universe, is handing you a gift of love. Now, this can make us more sensitive, so it's always there's always a cautionary tale when the Ace of Cups comes forward. It's like, watch out. You're going to feel things a lot more intensely, a lot more powerfully. It's going to be a good thing, but it's also going to be an annoying thing. And there's a power to us moving forward. There's a power into seeing what we desire, what we want. But we're going to be feeling, and we're going to be washing away a lot of the muck and a lot of the mire, because we have to face it. This is going to be a time where we have to face it. It's like it's no longer just smiling through. It's like, no, this is going to be dealt with once and for all. It brings us to the energy to be mindful of. Somebody, something is locking away our wealth. It can be that person that Spirit is telling us to be mindful of, but it can also be a negative narrative that we've just been hearing time and time again. And we're like, yeah, I believe it. Or we believed it when we were little, and now it's not suiting us anymore. It doesn't fit. So just be aware of this. Be aware of this. Be aware. Here, this is vampiric energy. This is people stealing your energy, stealing your bliss, stealing what you love, stealing your joy. This is you being held back. The vampiric energy comes forward. And it's like, okay, what in my life is keeping my blessings locked away? What voices am I listening to from when I was 5 years old or from yesterday that are stopping me from moving forward the way that I want to? And why am I self-sabotaging? Because I'm letting these voices come forward. So the Four of Pentacles, intense, but powerful. Once we start to be like, oh, I see it. Oh, I get it. Oh, okay. And then we have our message from Spirit, which is tranquility. Take time. Take time to breathe out. Take time to connect with you. Take time to be empowered, to embrace your beauty, to embrace what you desire. It's important. You're going to find that it's very, very, very important. All right. All right, Virgo. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this time and of ourselves. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Virgo. And may blessings and prosperity always be with you. Have a wonderful winter solstice, and God bless.